Good afternoon, D&D, TikTok, and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go. Today I'm going to be using these cat dice that were sent in by a viewer. Thanks. All right, Meow, let's get started with our roll for bread.
Let's get started, Meow.
Freezer ends. Today from my freezer, we have this sesame seed coated brioche bun. It's actually mostly defrosted at this point, so I'm just going to leave it without toasting it, and by the time we eat it, it'll be fine. Next up, let's roll for Maine. 8, turkey. Seeing as American Thanksgiving is only a few days away, turkey is a fitting roll. Deli turkey isn't my favorite sandwich meat, but I don't mind it. It can be dry sometimes.
Yeah, it's dry.
Now
I'm not a big fan.
3, Swiss. Turkey and Swiss is an absolute classic. We are starting off Thanksgiving week incredibly normal. Next up, let's roll for roughage. 3, cucumber and 4, carrots. Busting out the old mandolin today to cut our cucumbers nice and thin. Logan, eat your heart out. Cucumber should be a nice, safe addition here. Adding a little crunch and a little freshness, no combative flavors, should work pretty well.
And now the carrots
I happen to have are baby carrots, so we're just gonna fill the hopper here and let our mandolin get them into nice little strips for us. I think that'll do nicely, man.
That's a lot of carrots.
It's not adding much that the cucumber isn't. Maybe a little bit.
Oh, he's not gonna use all of them, right?
Kind of doubling up on the crunch a little bit. So maybe a little redundant, but not a bad addition. Still an incredibly normal sandwich. All right, let's roll wild magic. 10, crispy onions. These crispy fried onions are sort of Thanksgiving related as well, as they are a common topping for green bean casserole, which is a commonly served
green bean
side
casserole
dish for Thanksgiving. Should be a nice addition to the sandwich
casserole.
too. And last but not least, it's
he's
a
always
D20
in
sauce roll. Here we go. 11, honey mustard. I would almost describe this Wober's honey mustard as mustard honey. You can see by the way it comes out, it's very honey forward.
And it's much better.
If a bit sweet. Let's get our sandwich closed up here. Get our toothpicks in to hold it together. And let's get it cut in half. And let's take a look at that cross section. Looks like a normal sandwich. Starting off this week with a pretty normal sandwich. Maybe the dice gods know I need a break, or maybe something bad is coming. Let's taste this one. Yeah, I mean, it's a relatively normal turkey sandwich. It's pretty good. The bun is nice and soft and sweet. That honey mustard goes really nicely with it. I think my only complaint is it could use a little bit more acid, and it's a little dry. Turkey, generally a little dry. Maybe a second sauce like a zippy mayo or even a sub sauce or vinaigrette could push this one over the edge, but at this point, I'm just being picky. Not at all a bad start to the week.
8-2?
I will take it. I'm going to go ahead and give this one a 9.5, and I'm going to call it Cat's Pajamas. Thanks for hanging out with me.
That's much higher than I thought.
Have a great day, and I'll see you again on Wednesday.
I mean, it did look pretty good. A little normal, though. Too normal. Next.
Good afternoon, D&D, TikTok, and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go. Today's episode of Roll for Sandwich is sponsored by
Dietz and Watson sponsor.
Dietz and Watson has provided all of the
guys farming
and some of the other goodies for today's episode. Let's see what kind of sandwich they can make. Let's get it started with our roll for bread. 3, white bread. Though a somewhat dangerous decision, I am going to leave my white bread soft and untoasted today. There's just something nostalgic about some nice soft white bread. Next up, let's roll for Maine. 7, ham. The dice decided to go ham for the day before Thanksgiving. I'm not gonna lie, I prefer ham to turkey. So I don't mind.
Too!
Get us a nice layer here on our soft white bread. Looking pretty good.
We were talking about Thanksgiving dinner and turkey, how it's overrated earlier. Agreed.
Next up, let's roll for cheese.
Ham better.
6, champagne cheddar. This creamy cheddar cheese infused with champagne is delicious. I've had some sauces and some other things that have borne the name champagne, and you honestly often can't taste it. You can literally taste the grapes in this cheese. Also, remember, it's only champagne cheese if it comes from the Champagne region.
Can you taste the grapes in champagne?
It's just sparkling cheddar. Next up, let's roll for roughage. 3, cucumber and 5, green onion. I already had some sliced cucumbers, so we're putting it on here. It's going to add a nice little crunch and some freshness. Not much else. Green onion should be a nice addition to our sandwich here as well, adding a little bit of a bite. These two seem to be some of the dice's favorite vegetables at the moment, because we have been seeing a lot of both of them. All right, let's get wild with the wild magic roll. It's bacon!
No, I know champagne is, I know it has grapes, but I don't taste the grapes in champagne.
Bacon the day before Thanksgiving. I feel suspicious right now. I feel a little bit like the turkey that's being fed extra feed. Between this sandwich so far and Monday's,
it's ketchup time.
And last but not least, it's the D20 sauce roll. Here we go. 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 Oh, there we go. 7 jalapeno mustard.
Oh, that's not bad.
This Deaston Watson jalapeno mustard is pretty much a standard yellow mustard infused with jalapenos.
No, it's good.
Spicier.
It's gonna be a 10 out of 10, right?
You can see the little chunks.
I don't see how this won't be a 10 out of 10.
Right there. Let's get our sandwich closed up. Get our toothpicks in to hold it together, and let's get it cut in half.
It's too much mustard, not enough.
And let's
I'm
take
a
a
big
look at that
sauce guy.
cross-section.
I want all the sauce.
Another fairly normal-looking sandwich. Well, if I thought I was lucky on Monday, I don't know what today means. Enjoy it while I got it, I guess. Let's taste it.
Yeah, it's a 10. No way it's not.
Yeah, this is a dang good sandwich. Like I said, that jalapeno mustard is a little bit spicier than expected. Could have used on this sandwich maybe some mayo or something to balance it out a little bit, but it's a good sandwich. Having a sauce with some acid to cut through the fat of the ham and that creamy cheese is good. And then I always love when I roll bacon.
I feel like he's going to say like a 9.8 actually.
And try not to think about what
should be a 10, but it might be like 9.8
next time. I'm going to give it a 9.7, and I'm going to call it the Sparkling Swine. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Happy American Thanksgiving to those who celebrate. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next.
Once he started talking about how it wasn't perfect, I was like, oh, it's no longer a 10. He's getting bumped down just a little bit. God damn. Okay, next.
Good afternoon, D&D, TikTok, and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go. Well, you know what time it is. It's time for the long-awaited yearly tradition of using my Thanksgiving leftovers in a sandwich.
Chat, this was what I used to do. I wish I mean, honestly, I don't really do it anymore. That's more because I can't, because always whenever it's Thanksgiving, it's like people's houses or something. But this is what I did every year for Thanksgiving. I grabbed a roll and I'd make sandwiches at Thanksgiving dinner. I skipped the step of leftovers. I did it right there at the table. Didn't care. I loved it 10 times better. And you know what? It was delicious every goddamn time. And everyone would be like, that looks really good. Like, that's a kind of a good idea. I can't wait to do that tomorrow. I'm like, just do it today. Think for yourself. Do it today.
The sheets will look a little different today, and so will the dice rolling process. And in the end, hopefully we'll have a delicious sandwich made of Thanksgiving leftovers.
You can mix it up. First one, you do like butter on the bread. Then you can do like the ham and some other stuff. Then the next one, maybe use like mashed potatoes on the bread.
I'm going to try something a little bit different this year and
Start
cast a spell
crazy.
right off the bat. I'm going to cast the first level spell
Cranberry
Foresight,
sauce,
which
ham,
lets me roll all the dice before starting to build the sandwich so that I can determine the ideal assembly process. Going all in on this one. And with that, let's get it started with our roll for bread. 4, rye. Rye bread is nice and hearty and it should hold up to all the leftovers we're going to add to it. All right, rolling for 3 different leftovers. We've got turkey, stuffing, and roll 2. All right, here's our roll 2. Double ones, extra pumpkin pie. Turkey and stuffing are pretty standard fare for a post-Thanksgiving sandwich. The pumpkin pie has me a bit worried, though. Let's roll for cheese. 6, baked brie. Interesting. Well, we'll see how that goes. All right, time to hit it with some Turkey Day magic. 1, marshmallow bits, and 7, we're making it a melt. While seeing as we already have pumpkin pie on the list, why not add some marshmallows? Making it a melt is going to be interesting. I'm glad I get to plan ahead. And last but not least, it's the 2d8 sauces roll. 3, cranberry sauce, and 7, Kewpie mayo. Short of mustard and mayo, cranberry sauce and mayo is probably the best roll on the list. All right, we've got our recipe. Let's make the sandwich. All right, starting out with our rye bread, we're going to leave them untoasted since we are grilling the whole sandwich later. To that, we're going to add our layer of turkey. We've got white meat this year, cut slightly less thick than our bread. Next, we're going to come in and add a layer of stuffing. Our stuffing this year has mushrooms in it.
I'm not a big fan of stuffing.
Going to spread that out nice and evenly.
Stuffed.
Had just about enough stuffing left to make a sandwich. Before we start building the rest of our sandwich, we're going to hit this slice of bread with our Kewpie mayo. Probably should have added some to the other slice of bread before I started putting stuff down too.
True.
But that slice will get nice and buttery when we get to the melt stage. All right, now we're going to add the pumpkin pie. What we're going to do here is cut a nice sliver of it here and place it on our other slice of bread on top of our mayo. And since we had to have extra,
put the other way.
We're going to do that twice. Oop. Hopefully that isn't so much pie and sweetness as to throw off the balance of the whole sandwich. Remember, we still got to add marshmallows. All right, next on top of our pie, we're gonna come in with our cranberry sauce. And while this is a little sweet, it is much more tart, so I'm hoping that that will help balance out
Chat,
the pie.
why do I think this is gonna be good?
And then we're just gonna sprinkle
never
our
mind.
marshmallow bits
If I
over
take
the
it back,
cranberry
I forgot
sauce,
about that.
and none of them will go rolling. Well, most of them will not go rolling off the
Take it
sandwich
back.
because they will stick to the cranberry sauce. Now the only thing left is our baked brie. This may look a little rough. It's leftover, remember. It's brie cheese encased in pastry dough. It was a nice appetizer yesterday, but now it is cooled. It is no longer melted. So we are going to cut it into some slices.
Oh, that looks so good.
Here. And we are going to put a generous layer of our baked brie over both halves of our sandwich. Maybe a little less.
Would
on
it
the top
last the
half
overnight?
here. And then we are just about ready to head over to the stove. To my warm pan, I'm going to add some butter, making sure I've got the whole surface coated.
take you up on
and then
that.
I'm going to add both halves of our sandwich and a little water to create some steam.
Oh,
Cover it up to trap the steam
smart.
inside. And about 8 minutes later, let's check. Yep, we've got some nicely melted brie. Our bread should be nice and toasty, so I think we're ready to try and close up this bad boy. All right, let's hold our breath and get it closed up. Success. Back over to the cutting board.
Wow.
Let's get our toothpicks in to hold it together, and let's get it cut in half. And let's take a look at that cross section. That looks pretty good. If you're the kind of person who makes sure none of their Thanksgiving plate elements touch each other, this sandwich might not be for you, but I'm pretty excited for it. Let's taste it.
Other than the marshmallow bits, it actually looks pretty decent.
Not the tidiest sandwich, but man, is this good. I was a little bit worried about the pie and the marshmallows, but the cranberry sauce is doing a ton of work to bring that in a less sweet direction. The warm stuffing kind of just holds everything in there together. It's like a big warm hug. The brightness of the cranberry sauce helping things not to be too heavy. And that brie, man, whew. If there was an MVP in this sandwich, it would be the brie. Holding things together, making it melty and savory. This is the easiest 10 I've ever given. And I'm going to call it
A 10?
seriously good. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you again next.
I did not expect that to be a 10. Holy shit. I won't lie, the pumpkin pie kind of looked fire. All of it looked fire except like the marshmallow bits. I thought I wasn't going to get a 10 because of that. Damn. You know what? I might have to remember this for the future. Okay, I think we got time for one more. One more.
D&D, TikTok, and beyond. And
You know, like marshmallow? No, those little marshmallow bits are like crunchy. They're like little crunchy marshmallow bits. It's not real marshmallow. It's...
Roll for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go. Today's episode of Roll for Sandwich is sponsored by Melinda's. Melinda's makes hot sauces that prioritize flavor over spice. They've recently released a new Asian 6-pack, which contains their green sauce, Japanese barbecue sauce, Thai sweet chili sauce, gochujang,
No sponsor. Feels good.
sriracha, and their Polynesian sauce.
Yeah, but I don't think those little ones
stacked with
melt. It's almost
Asian-inspired
like
ingredients. We're gonna combine
Lucky
those with
Charms.
sauces
Those
to make
don't
an
melt.
Asian-inspired sandwich. You can get your own Melinda's Asian 6-pack at melindas.com. Snag one for yourself or for a holiday gift. Without any further ado, let's roll for bread. 5 rye. Got some soft seeded Jewish rye bread, complete with the caraway seeds. And today we're going untoasted. Next up, let's roll for Maine. 3 California roll. This invention of American sushi restaurants typically includes crab, avocado, and cucumber.
Wait, Chad, did I tell you guys I actually eat sushi now? I went from never having sushi in my life in the last year to now I get it every once in a while. I got it like a week ago. Spicy or not spicy. Actually, that's not true. I had tuna. I had semi recently, and it was a regular tuna roll, and then I got a fried spicy tuna roll, and it was interesting. It was actually pretty good, but it was warm because it's fried. Obviously, it was weird. It was very odd, but it was really good. And then normal tuna roll. It was pretty good.
Though I have seen it vary from
But I'm scared to branch out beyond the tuna. You know.
Restaurant to restaurant. I got this delivered fresh for this sandwich. I don't typically have rolls of sushi just lying around at my house. I like sushi. I typically go for
Rainbow.
tuna
What's a rainbow roll?
or a Philly roll, but this should be nice. Next up, let's roll for cheese. 2 Gouda. Definitely feels a bit weird to be putting cheese on a sushi roll, though I've done much weirder on this channel. Flavor-wise, I don't see anything glaringly inappropriate, though. Next up, let's roll for roughage.
Shrimp?
2 orange and 7 pickled ginger. I don't have a fresh orange, but I do have these mandarin oranges. While these are abundantly found in the United States.
Rainbow roll is California roll with tuna, salmon, shrimp on top. I don't know if I like shrimp though.
The biggest producer of them does happen to be Asia. So in that way, it's even more fitting. And the dice gods are definitely looking out for me by giving me pickled ginger with my sushi. It'll be interesting to see how this plays with the orange, but I can honestly see it working quite well. And it will definitely be a texturally interesting sandwich. All right, let's get wild with our wild magic roll. 13 extra sauce. Well, the sponsor will be happy. We'll get to feature 2 of their sauces today. Let's roll for our first sauce. 1 Thai sweet chili. Singing and sweet, this sauce brings a mild heat.
Good.
Perfect for adding to ramen or glazing.
You said it once or twice. You're talking about wanting to buy wasabi last time. I did buy wasabi. I don't think it's real though. But like the tiniest bit kicks my teeth in. But if I had wasabi at like a restaurant, I can put like a literal giant ass glob and nothing happens.
Meat. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it did. This combined with the ginger and oranges should give us a sweet and sour combination that should be pretty good. And last but not least, we have our final D6 sauce roll. 5 green sauce. This is one of my personally most used Melinda's sauces. It's made from green tomato, jalapeno, cilantro, garlic, spinach. Has a great zesty and mild flavor. Oh look, we made Christmas colors with the sauces. Let's go ahead and get our sandwich closed up here.
I don't know if this is gonna be good.
Get our toothpicks in to hold it together. And let's get it cut in half. And let's take a look at that cross section. Interesting. I've had many sandwiches on this show that have kind of emulated the flavors of sushi, but never one with an actual sushi roll on the sandwich. Let's give it a taste. You know, that's not too bad. Definitely spicier than I expected it to be by using 2 of those sauces. I think the pickled ginger kind of makes it a little spicier too. I'm glad the bread isn't toasted. I think that goes better with the rice. Overall, the flavors are okay here. Those oranges are really interesting, very juicy. I want to try them on a different sandwich. Still seems weird to have cheese on this one. Luckily, you can't really taste it that much, but I think having the slices there adds a little bit of structure.
I think a 7-2.
Definitely could have ended up a lot worse. Not a bad lunch, but I don't think you're gonna see sushi restaurants rolling out sushi sandwiches anytime soon. Although these days, I guess you never know. I'm gonna give it a 7.6, and I'm gonna call it the Christmas in California. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you again on Friday.
All right, that was pretty good. Chat, I hope you guys had fun. Hope you guys enjoyed being here because I enjoyed having you. Appreciate you guys for hanging. Thanks for spending your time. Chat, YouTube, you're gonna go down first. I will see you again tomorrow for some more gaming. Have a good night.